indeed, 100% sync. Yeah, we do all the missions in this playthrough and all the optional objectives as well. Getting a total of 100%. Not doing all the collectibles, but everything of like story importance we will be doing. Alright, let's start the Lost Archive. Many Spider-Man games that you gotta catch up on the movies. Yeah, same here actually. I still haven't seen the Tom Holland ones yet. But I heard they're quite good. Alright, so for context, the Lost Archive DLC is a DLC similar to the Desmond Journey part of the main game, where you basically play in first person in kind of like a very abstract kind of world. There's definitely been a bit more effort put into the Lost Archive DLC. Like it's a bit more elaborate and more levels as well, I think. But it's not about Desmond this time, but it's actually about Clay Kasmarek, who of course is Subject 16, who's been in the Abstergo Animus before Desmond was. Also shares the ancestor of Ezio with Desmond. And this is kind of about, I guess, him, like how he joined the Assassins and his private life before and after. And what kind of like psychic state he was in, you know, getting kind of like tortured by Abstergo really. And the bleeding effect, you know, taking over him. So yeah, it's kind of tragic and sad, to be honest. It's also very interesting and really well written, so highly recommend checking that out as well. You like all the Tom Holland ones? The most recent one was awesome. Yeah, I heard they're really good. And didn't Tom Holland also do like his own stunts or something? I think he's done at least some of them. Clay deserved better, Lucy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's gonna also reveal quite a bit about Lucy and what she's done to Clay. No worries first. Enjoy your luck. Abstergo has experimented through the Animus program on 17 known test subjects. This is the story of Subject 16. Memory 1. The end is only the beginning. Yeah, there we go. The Animus Island. This is of course where Desmond currently is inside the Animus, and where he talks to Clay as well. Only it looks much more lively here. And less abstract, I guess. Looks like an actual island, apart from the corridor over there. Let me also check one thing here. I wanna do the performance trick on the Lost Archive DLC as well. Hopefully it's gonna run a bit smoother this way. Apparently the screen test for Captain America Civil War, he actually did a flip. Ah, did he? Damn. That's impressive. Yeah, respect to all the actors who, you know, do their own stunts. But also to all the stuntsmen. It's, you know, do it for the actors. They deserve a lot more recognition, I feel.
So, we're in agreement. Reach your goal, then get out of there.
The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the day.
The funeral of Clay. Died August 8, 2012. Right, absolutely, dude, and it's tragic for ones who have died too doing stunts. Yeah. Yeah, it's always the thing, right? Like, the risk that they get themselves into.
And then we all got up and marked our favorite jobs on the board. I'm going to be an astronaut, Dad.
Did you hear your son? The kid wants to be a spaceman.
I'm having absolute chills over here.
Clay Kazmarek, few are offered the opportunity I now give you.
So that other voice, of course, was William Miles, the father of Desmond, who's his as a mentor and basically has been training Clay. He's also been training Lucy and Desmond as well. It's a very, very important character for the modern day assassins.
Prove yourself, novice, and you will be one of us.
Not gonna lie, but this is actually hands down one of my favorite DLCs in Assassin's Creed. Doesn't like give you the most content or anything, you know, but story delivery, and if you're kind of like interested in Clay as a character, it's just fantastic. So also as part of the Lost Archive DLC, we're gonna collect all of these fragments that you can see over here. It can be tricky sometimes to find all of them, but I would attempt to find them and then unlock the secret ending as well of a DLC. So it's the only one in the first memories, so we're good for now.
Together we will defend the free will of humanity from those who would steal it.
Ability activated.
Memory 2. The Order. A lot of great lore in this DLC. Definitely, dude. It's great how it ties together the modern day as well. Also finally getting confirmation about Lucy as well, you know.
We are not public figures, and never submit ourselves to the hollow quest for fame. We move through clouded spaces.
We move through clouded spaces.
Beware the easy path. Knowledge grows only through challenge.
Oops. Alright, so we have 4 total of these fragments here.
You're retiling the roof at noon, Clay.
But I'm working on a history paper.
Let it slide. The foreman's son just finished engineering school and he's pocketing $60K a year. Now that's where the money is.
Yeah. And that father as well, you know, is basically just wanting to make Clay work for him, essentially, you know. Make him kind of give up his dreams so he can, you know, get money more quickly. Because he doesn't want to work himself. Somewhere here is fragment. That is. Okay, where do we gotta go from here? Hey Max, welcome in dude, thanks for the lurk.
They will throw obstacles in your path to distract you, but never lose sight of your goal.
Oh, that came out of nowhere here. Okay, so I'm missing one more fragment. Then we have all of them in this area. up here. That's where I was actually supposed to go. Yeah, I didn't miss anything though, did I? Let's backtrack real quick, because I think there was also like another way we could go. I'll be sure to be very thorough with oops. With all fragments. So this is blocked currently. Enough. Set up here then. I think the last fragment is supposed to be up here somewhere though. Or I missed it somewhere else, but I don't think I did. Sada, this has been an awesome run through of the series. You can't wait to hear my views on the future titles. Oh yeah. I'm actually really excited to, you know, be playing all the other AC games as well and sharing that with you. It's always a joy, no matter how many times I play the game. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it as well, Cider. There we go.
You have proven yourself worthy. Today, commit to uphold the pillars of our creed. We are assassins.
There we go. Memory free. Abstergo.
Break into Abstergo, gather the intel, and get out.
Abstergo, hold the line.
Citizen!
Marnie, can you take my kids tomorrow night? I have a date. Don't say that so loud, I'm at work. But seriously, with my luck, I'll be home by 7. Hold on. Abstergo, can I help you?
Yes, Susan Glover, you can help us. Hey there, Aura. Welcome in.
Citizen!
Citizen. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day so far. Or morning, I assume. Good old Susan, indeed.
For centuries, we've been fighting a war against the Templars, a secret society dedicated to controlling mankind. Abstergo is their front, the source of the invisible hand that circles the globe.
What am I looking for?
Alan Ricken's computer. I need more data about a program called the Animus Project.
You see someone gifted you a sub, wow. Yeah, Bluetech was giving away some subs earlier, and Maxi as well. Congrats on getting one, Aura. Definitely hope you enjoy the emotes as well. Alright, so... Can't wait for jump. Oh, oops. Never mind. free? Oh yeah. Okay, how do we do this one? Right, nice. Holy shit. I couldn't activate the ability here. There we go. Was pretty late. Okay. Let's go down here.
Ability activated.
Got the impulse block, which we can now use to jump really high. Like that. Animus Memo. January 2008. First quarter briefing on Abstergo Lab facility progress. Animus Project, Vatican City. In brief, request to allocate 25% of 960 billion US dollars in your Abstergo R&D budget to a project approved. Nova, this marks a 50% increase. New subterranean lab space staffed after preliminary trials of latest device iteration were successful. Device functional with lower power requirements. Device mainframe is 30% smaller than previous iteration. At this rate, portable animals may be possible in the future. Intended ancestral memories accessed with 86.7% success rate during trials. Preparations to continue transfer of assassin skills. Search for key cartographer ancestral DNA ongoing. I will run through the specifics in person with you next week. Warren Vidic. He's of course the main guy behind the Animals project at Abstergo. Rod Warren Vidicat. That's a one only. But I'm still looking forward to AC3 and, you know, getting to Kiev at Malacca. That's information that player's gotten here. Now Abstergo's alerted of a security breach. Something here. Yeah, don't reach it from there. Okay, in that case, let's shoot from here. Fuck. Okay, tricky. Can I try it from this side, maybe? Yeah, I kind of think I have to do it from here, don't I? Jesus, so close. Inconceivable. Can I? Ah, never mind, I can go from this side. Never mind. That does it. I was kind of wondering, like, that jump is impossible. We made it. Escaped safely.
Ordinary. The amount of funding they've put into the Animus Project since the 80s. We need to go deeper next time. Find out what Abstergo's really searching for inside our DNA. I'm counting on your help, Clay.
Oh boy. So Clay barely escaped Abstergo, right, and he has to go back into it again. Now I already know, how he looks like as well. What exactly is safe, you would say?
Ability deactivated.
I got into an engineering program.
That's my boy. Didn't know you had it in you.
Here, look.
This isn't one of the top schools.
There's an amazing program.
Casmerics build things. They don't sit at a desk.
Damn, this always gives me chills as well. You know how Clay's relationship to his father basically made him go into therapy. And him, feeling the way he did as well. It's very desperate, like not being able to please anybody, it seems.
Have you informed your colleagues about our sessions?
No.
I love in this how they convey the event happening through how the environment looks and feels. Yeah, and to make that possible also like with how abstract everything is, It's really well done. Psychiatrist notes. January 2007. Incident involving a design critique by a coworker. Afterwards, could not focus on existing work. Began making designs to deliberately defeat the criticism. OCD/ADHD is suspected. Could prescribe psychostimulant combined with an SSRI. Look up drug name produced by company that paid for trip to vacation resort in St. Bart's. February 2007. Wrong about OCD diagnosis. Patient displays severe maladaptive perfectionist tendencies. When recording childhood, talks about father as positive influence, but seems to be displacing anger onto co-workers. Possible abusive parental relationship suspected. Patient seems receptive to recommendations of 2 premium sessions per week. An easy sell due to self-esteem issues. August 2007. Today, unexpectedly a complete change in behavior. Patient appears confident, self-assured. Perhaps a new support mechanism? Patient seems to be hiding something. September 2007. Patient quit a job for personal reasons. Continues to show incredible progress. However, remain convinced patient is guided by an external locus of control. More therapy is needed. March 2008. Patient challenging behavioral therapy. Believes himself cured. Claims training given at a new job is key. Still refuses to disclose specifics of said job. Over-reliance on peer group now believed to be the cause of positive progress. Removal of positive peer-based work environment would severely destabilize patient. Recommend a patient continue therapy. Concern that loss of patient would result in delayed purchase of Paris apartment. April 2008. Patient requests to view my notes. I refuse for obvious reasons. Patient continues to insist. Post-session. After placing notes in file, must search for missing filing cabinet key. So basically the psychiatrist has been trying to extort, Clay. And uses problems to kind of like get easy money. And to also give him drugs that are kind of made by a company that he gets a lot of money from. But as soon as Clay is running the assassins, he's realizing, where his struggles were, and it's kind of actually getting better. Which a psychiatrist doesn't like, because he wants to keep him as a patient, because it's easy money. And then, Clay is eventually questioning him and his motives. It is even stealing his key so he can view his own, file. I don't think it gets said what Clay does with the psychiatrist, but, I mean, probably wouldn't be too happy about what he's written. Yeah, definitely rot. What a piece of shit that is. Profiting off people's misery like that. Memory 4. The Mole.
Where's our team being sent?
Italy, to Abstergo's new research facility. I want to know what they're after with the Animus device. Your third teammate has been kept outside the Assassin Order, waiting to be called upon.
Your third teammate.
Lucy Stillman.
She's been trained to infiltrate Abstergo. Since the age of 17, the girl has lived outside our ranks. All her ties to the Assassins have been erased.
Lucy Stillman. I know you're out there.
D-Day is February 1, 2011. You will be caught by their Lineage Discovery and Acquisition Department. They will bring you in as a test subject. Now Lucy will get you direct access to the Animus at night. And once you have enough information, she'll get you out.
If only. That's the thing, right? Like, Lucy's the key for Clay to escape Abstergo. And he's trying to actively get involved with the Animus project so he can find out more about, you know, what memories they're accessing and what they're interested in. But yeah, it turns out that's his demise because, you know, they kind of like torture him inside the Animus, really. Like, they don't let him take a break, which means he's kind of like fusing together all the realities of the different ancestors that he's visiting. And Lucy doesn't get him out in time.
Welcome to the Animus,
Whatever.
16.
This, of course, being the room from AC1. The Animus room. We spent a lot of time with Warren Vidic and Lucy Stillman. Exactly rot, if only. These are, of course, the pictures of the glyphs that Clay left behind for Desmond to find in the Animus. Kind of like, you know, the things that he has seen inside the Animus and the ancestors that he has been visiting.
Picture the pages of history, Mr. Kasmeric. They are tattered, blackened, almost illegible. Useless to all but dreamers. Misunderstood and misused by politicians. But what if there was a way to restore history's luster? To truly know its lessons? The Animus gives us such a chance.
What are you really looking for? Last time I checked, Abstergo didn't have a history division.
Very astute, Mr. Kasmeric. But we do own an entertainment studio. Perhaps a period drama is in production. Contemplate that while you finish your next session.
An entertainment film is, of course, Abstergo Entertainment, which is like the major part of Black Flag and Assassin's Rogue modern day, because they're actually working for, you know, that film. They're trying to make like video games and movies out of you know, the memories that they see in the Animus. They try to edit it in a way which makes the Templars look good and the Assassins look bad. my way. We'd like to see a story where the Templars actually create fake memories from scratch, instead of like editing memory. Yeah, would be interesting actually. What I would come up with, you know. Kinda wish Odyssey and Rogue were like complete fake memories, you know, created from scratch. Timing's a bit tighter there.
Can I have a rest?
Keep working and I will consider it.
You're a good liar, Vic.
Get him back in there, Miss Stillman.
Yeah, no kidding. What's so Burke? It's so funny that he's like trying to prove to the assassins, you know, that the Templar way is superior. Meanwhile, he's been kind of like, you know, pressed into joining the Templars. Like he didn't really have a choice. I love the dialogue between him and Danny Cross and Rogue that you can hear. Because Danny Cross basically telling him that, you know, that basically just like tools that Abstergo uses, there's like no use for broken toys in the new world that they want to create. Because Danny Cross also having, of course, severe mental issues that he developed over the course of being manipulated by Abstergo. Not so Burke just ignores him, right? He's like trying to kind of like forget about it, instead of facing himself with the truth. Kind of shows you how much merit his words and theses have. Somewhere here is a fragment. Never mind. What was that fragment for? I didn't miss it today. I started to see it early, but it's not actually there. But I didn't see a fragment down here, so we should be good. There it is. Okay, I wonder, we're still missing one fragment, right? It's like in the next stage or not? Probably has to be.
There is an old tale passed down through the ages, that the apple of Eden was not flesh at all, but solid like marble or bronze. They say incredible powers will be granted to the man who holds it. Truthfully, I believe such lies to be little more than blasphemy.
If he sees the apple, let me know immediately.
There we go. It's of the animus fragments. You know, I think it's really interesting how in modern day, you know, we didn't know what the Apple of Eden was or how it looked like. Because, you know, throughout history, we've seen like several Templars who had, you know, possession of it or have seen it. Maybe all that knowledge got lost in between, you know, at least about the Apple of Eden. Ah, interesting. So this is already Venezia right here, Venice. That's of course because that's been like the last memory that Clay accessed, right, of Ezio. Because Clay has the same ancestor with Ezio that Desmond also had. Like they share the bloodline. But Clay spent much less time though with Ezio.
Of the assassino?
Si, Ezio Auditore. Find out about this Ezio Auditore. I want his records on my desk by the end of the week.
What apple are you looking for, Vidic?
You really want me to answer that question, Mr. Kazmarek? If I did, you couldn't reasonably expect to be released at the end of this experiment.
In which river do you throw the bodies?
Is that fear I hear in your voice, Subject 16? It should be.
Assassino!
His readings are normal, Miss Stillman.
Are you there, Clay? Remember, stick to the mission.
What's gonna happen to me?
Don't worry. Lucy will get you out. We're a team.
Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy. Letter from Lucy to Clay. July of 2010. Clay. Your kind words are appreciated. Work continues on schedule. Vidic is busy dealing with the execs while I'm running experiments on Subject 15. During drills, focus on getting inside the Animus codebase. I'm already investigating the archives. Don't stress about the operation. I'll protect you once you're in here. I promise. Lucy. Plot twist, she didn't. Ava 418, welcome in, dude. Good morning.
Ability deactivated.
We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. We here highly...
So this is basically to showcase that all of his memories are kind of like fusing together, right? Because it's like in the Animus constantly, it doesn't get any breaks. He's basically fusing together all of the memories of his ancestors. And he can't separate them anymore from each other. But apparently Subject 15 is the woman Lucy mentions in Brotherhood who was pregnant. Ah, okay. I didn't realize actually. That's cool.
That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. We here highly resolve that this nation, future gods shall have a new birth of freedom. Government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Memory 5. Bleeding effects.
Clay Kasmarek, I, who was once called Juno, have come to show you the way. Remember, in Eden.
Eve, what is this device?
Touch Adam and you will know.
You will know true
William
understanding.
and Rebecca, I've been doing some amazing work. This is much, much better than my job at the accelerator. I'm happier, Dad.
You know, I didn't get my check from you this month.
Are you listening to me?
Do these losers even pay, or is this free labor?
Money isn't everything.
You have to support this family, Clay.
Did you demand money from Mom too? Is that why she left?
Jesus Christ. Life is so incredibly bad for Clay. Can't imagine. Somewhere here's a fragment. Yeah, you guys are having gotten a lot of snow recently, don't you? Hope it gets, you know, melted away soon enough. Our ambassador actually shared a photo recently where his truck was like completely covered in snow, but like, you know, like completely bowed into snow basically. Email from Clay's mother. From Herod Kasmarek to clay@mail.com. Subject: explanation. Dear Clay, it's your mother. I hear things are going well for you at work. It seems like you're impressing everyone. I always knew you would be important. Not much to miss here. It rained early today. I had to rush to close the upstairs window before the bedroom soaked through. My father's renovation is nearly finished. All these cupboards to put stuff in. Dinner would be a real party. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm emailing you out of the blue for the first time and talking about the rain and dinner. I'm not exactly comfortable talking to you about this. I had to drink 1 and 2 rum and cokes before getting on here. You and Herod. You've always liked Herod. I did too, but I can't forgive him like you. We never go out anymore. I have to take care of him. He doesn't want my help. This wasn't supposed to be my life. Raising you and him. 2 baby boys. I'm sorry I wrote that, but it's true. You'll be always... Bad ends. Jesus. Imagine like a father who's like constantly trying to ask you for money and extort you. Who's, you know, physically and emotionally abused you and your mother. And your mother developing like a drinking problem because of it. Like what Clay has to deal with here. And I guess what a lot of other people are also dealing with, you know, in their everyday life. Probably got a bit of a freeze there in Germany. Yeah, it's alright, like 5 to 10 degrees currently, I think, over here. So it's not really freezing right now. At night it definitely can be, but yeah, no snow for a while over here. It was really damn cold over Christmas though, like we had minus 15 degrees or something at night, which is actually insanely cold for Germany. But yeah, degree Celsius that is for. But Fahrenheit. So this level 5 bleeding effect is also a level where you unlock the secret ending. However, you first gotta get all the enemy fragments, and then you will get access to the secret ending email, essentially. So we gotta replay this memory, but we don't have to play all the way through it. Something. I'm always really bad.
What has been? What will be?
Then what you must do is clear. Help Desmond Miles.
No. Not me. I refuse.
Thousands of years this message waited. Soon its promise shall be fulfilled. Go forth, with eyes open to all but the truth.
I'm really bad at differentiating between Fahrenheit and Celsius as well for 18. Yeah, it's pretty damn cold. Yeah, right. This were Mars. I guess in a way we can thank Juno also for the glyphs and the messages that Clay left behind. Or Desmond. But still. Fuck Juno. Not a fan. Okay, where do you gotta go from here? Is that all here? Yeah, we only had the letter. Okay, cool. And we're already in the second last memory. Memory 6. The truth.
Ability activated.
But you work best with dem code, warm, hot, dem hot. That's good, yeah. In that case, it would be dem code for German standards, at least. We currently have about -1 degree Celsius here, but it will warm up by the afternoon to about 10 degrees Celsius. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's about the range we have over here currently as well.
I've administered paliperidone.
Very similar.
Inform me when he recovers, and we will return to work. You have been experimenting on him for more than a year now. The man needs a long rest. Stick to your field, Doctor, and I will practice mine.
Right.
How are you doing, Dad? Hanging in there? I know it's hard with Mom gone.
Our contractor's not getting any jobs thanks to this crappy economy. I haven't been to work in a week.
That's tough. I sent a check. It should arrive today or tomorrow.
Just search another fragment here. Where is it? Okay, it's not up here. Let's continue going. Also, thanks, Rod. Definitely doing pretty good progress here with a DSC. Okay. Are you fragment? There you are. So these instances are always kind of like foreshadowings to locations that will be important. We're gonna see in the future. In that case, that was the last memory at the very end, I believe.
Now to get into their mainframe.
I just heard another fragment. There you are. There's number 3. Nice.
There you are. We found a perfect candidate named Desmond Miles. His ancestral tree fits the data gathered from Subject 16's memory of Ezio Auditore. But it is quite likely that he won't see the essential details freely. Desmond is the key to the location of the pieces of Eden. Our scientists have been running tests. If we were to place just one within a satellite and angle it toward the Earth, well, Utopia would be within our grasp.
Yes, that's it. I know if it wants, we can leave.
Only, dude. Only. certain have a fragment again, but I reckon it's over here. I hope. Maybe not. Let's backtrack real quick. When Lucy appeared, yeah. Lucy v Malaka. I mean, there's a fragment here, right? Must be over there. Somewhere. Okay, there it is. There we go. This is interesting. Kind of like a circle that's broken. Maybe like the bond of trust that has been broken between Lucy and Clay. Time for you to get started on work, so you'll be lurking for the rest of the stream. No worries whatsoever for 18. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the lurk as well. And I hope work is going good today. Yeah, take care, dude.
Lucy, this is where your background comes into play. If our experiments with Desmond and the Animus aren't going well, you will remove him from Abstergo. Take him somewhere he will feel comfortable divulging his secrets. Your assassins should do the trick. Since Desmond will be reading our emails, we will ensure that secret communications between you and the assassins go through unimpeded. Once you are embedded, I will come to pick up the Animus tapes. Make sure to look very upset. You need to be convincing. Desmond will lead you to the apple, and then you bring it right to us. We're counting on you, Lucy. You have served the Templar Order well, and we never forget loyalty. Oh, yes. Once inside their hideout, perhaps you might ask the assassins why they left you alone for so many years.
There you go. Truth about Lucy.
Trapped. I have to get out of here.
So she's been in with the Templars from, you know, a long time. But she's of course still been struggling, you know, between like going for the Assassins or the Templars, because she's still been an assassin spy in the first place. But the Templars, you know, got to convince her that she owes them. And she also believes that they have a better chance of like, you know, dealing with the apocalypse essentially that's supposed to happen in December. Memory 7, the end of the line. But yeah, essentially they just, you know, got Desmond to escape Abstergo, so he would be in a more comfortable environment and be more likely to find the apple than if he would be with the Templars. And Lucius played like a major point in that to happen. And before that, of course, as well with Clay.
Help Desmond Miles.
I will.
They must all suffer as we suffered.
And this could be a great screenshot right here. Love that abstract architecture. Second letter from Lucy to Clay. July 2012. Clay. I've seen the security records from last night. You must want an explanation. I'd hoped to tell you about it little by little, to get you on my side, but it's too late now. William is using us. In this war against the Templars, he doesn't think about the lives he's hurting. We aren't people to him. How can we trust someone like that? Clay, you of all people should understand. Abstergo cares about helping people. They understand the realities of a word, its limitations. But I know that nothing I can say now will really change your mind. I've deleted the security records. Iddick will never discover the breach. I promise to protect you, but I can't let you leave. William and the others must never know. I'm sorry, Lucy. So yeah, she's like, I let you live, Clay, but I'm not gonna let you leave. And that's why he, commits suicide eventually, because it's the only way he sees out of the situation. He doesn't see a way out escaping by himself. So what we've seen wasn't, of course, the security records. It was the memory of Clay seeing them. In that way, Desmond could see them as well. Right, so this is really interesting, because with the email we have just seen, right, I talked about how Lucy was his only way to get out of the Animus project. But of course he loses all hope when she's kind of like betraying him, right? And she says that he can't leave. What he does is he ends his own life, but before he does, he uses his blood to write these symbols on the walls all across the Animus room and his own room. A lot of these symbols are the glyphs that you can also see in AC2, and they are kind of like the key to the memories that he has lived through the Animus. They're also meant to guide and warn Desmond of what's to come, because Juno told Clay to do so. So before his life ends, these are the symbols that he writes on the walls. Up there you can also see a barcode which resembles the color code of the 21st of December 2012. And all of the symbols have something to do with either what he experienced in the Animus or kind of like what is about to happen. Like this symbol, for instance, resembles something that is identical of each other, but opposite. Kind of like the beginning and the end, how the end of a word might be the beginning of something new. But yeah, this of course everything that we've already seen in AC2, AC1 and beyond.
Ability activated.
So this is actually supposed to be the river Styx, which of course in Greek mythology is where the dead souls wander. And Styx of course because, you know, by killing himself he didn't get into heaven, symbolically speaking. But you were reminded of the combo between Desmond and William in AC3 about sending someone undercover to Abstergo and to do them what has been done to the assassins. Well, have we ever tried sending in someone doing to them what they did to us, like Lucy or Cross? We have, and it's never worked. We sent people who either too weak and found themselves turned, or too strong or were unable to carry out the charade. Yeah, it certainly is a reference to, you know, Clay as well. What happened to him. But yeah, AC3 had like so many great conversations, to be honest, modern day. I especially love the conversations between Sean and Desmond. Where they discuss the American Revolution. Yeah, dude, same here. Never get tired of playing and watching it. Okay, so I wonder... We still have 3 more fragments to find, right? Okay. But yeah, I also watched Levy play that game not that long ago. And I realized also in that moment, I really gotta replay it. I can't believe it will be 10 years this October since it came out. It's honestly insane, dude. 10 years for AC3. Where's the time gone?
Access granted.
Dude, that's also insane to me. That those games are going to be turning 10 next year. Like, what the fuck? Nice. There's another fragment. Nice. 2 more to go.
Data upload initiated.
more fragment. There we go. Hell yeah. That's all the fragments unlocked. Now we can unlock the secret ending as well.
DNA and memory scanned. Upload complete. Quarantining construct Clay Kasmeric.
We are nothing.
Schultz.
Thursday, January 27, 2011, 2 p.m.
Hi, Clay, it's your dad. Pick up the phone. I know we haven't talked in a long time. I'm fixing the back porch. It's hotter than hell out here, and I could use a hand. Call me. Let me know you're okay.
So, despite his father being, you know, abusive and extorting Clay, you can still hear that he still cares about him, you know. I think that's also great because it showcases that he's not just, you know, a piece of shit from A to Z. It's also, you know, something carrying with him, regardless. But just too late at this point. If you would have shown Clay kindness earlier, then... I mean, this might not have been avoided, but maybe he wouldn't even join with the assassins, you know, to kind of like try to find a group for himself that understands him, if he would have been understood by, you know, his father. Ah man, that part always gives me chills. you know, the way Clay is kind of like in heaven at the end, even though he's falling. Indeed, Rod. Indeed, dude. So yeah, that finishes the Lost Archive 100%. However, as of course the secret endings, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and go to memory 5, a bleeding effect. And there we can access the backdoor and find the last document in connection to Clay and his father. You can see why so many people love this game. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, this and the Desmond Journey have been a great addition to the game, even though it's like so different. Of the stories being told within the medium are fantastic. Alright, so what we just have seen are all the enormous fragments that we have collected across the playthrough of the DSC. And they now actually open up a bridge for us to cross to a back door. I think it's a bit of a shame though that the soundtrack isn't really getting used properly with the Lost Archive DLC sometimes. Because Ola Strand, the composer for the DSC, has made like a couple tracks that don't even get used, I think. Maybe only the credits or something. There's also a track called Bleeding Effect that we didn't hear once so far. But I can recommend listening to the soundtrack outside of the DSC. It's great. Whoops. I think we're almost there. Essentially, you have to play the entire level then. Kind of forgot about that. But that's alright. it is. Right, and instead of going for the corridor here, we go over this direction.
Your eyes are now open. Help Desmond Miles.
I will.
New message. To Harold Kasmarek. Subject. Dead. Don't worry about me. I found my place and purpose. I want you to know that what happened isn't your fault. I will always love you, and someday I hope that you find what you're looking for. And yeah, that is the Lost Archive DLC. So good. So at the end, he's basically, you know, making peace with what happened between his father and him. And he's even, you know, ready to forgive him, even though his father played a major role in, like, you know, what happened to Clay and which path he went in life. But he's still, you know, willing to forgive him. That was probably one of the last lucid things Clay was able to do before his end. Yeah. I mean, when we hear him talk during the glyphs, right? Like, you can hear how disturbed he is and how much he's struggling, you know, with like everything. I would imagine it's like one of the, you know, few things he was able to do. Like, you know, proper conscious mind. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a shame that the Lost Archive DLC is so inaccessible for a lot of people. Like, you can't even buy it on Uplay, but you have to go out of your way to go on Steam and get the gold edition there. Or I guess buy the DLC on that platform. It also very rarely gets on sale, so you have to pay like I think at least $10 to get it most of the time for like, you know, 1 to 2 hours of playtime. And I wish it would just come naturally with the game, so more people have a chance to check it out, because it's really a gem, I think, that gets overlooked a lot. It's also, of course, a bit dividing, because a lot of people don't really enjoy this first-person gameplay, which I can't blame them for, especially if you know, they're used to the usual 3D platforming gameplay of modern day and history part. But yeah, I think if you're looking for like really good storytelling and the modern day in general, then both this and Desmond Journey are just great additions. Lead scriptwriter Darby McDevitt. Indeed. However, I think this might actually be the credits for the entire game, not just for the Lost Archive DLC, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to skip them here if I can. Okay. I don't think I can. Never mind then. But how insane would that be? 1 minute you're experiencing your own present awareness, then all of a sudden you're experiencing the memory of someone else long dead for centuries as them. Yeah, and then going like to the next one, right? Like going back to back to back to back. Just spending so much time in the enemies, you can't differentiate anymore between all the realities. It would turn even the most stable of mind into, you know, chaos. Alright guys, but yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually exit out of this. Or at least I'm gonna let it run after the stream, so the credits go through and stuff. But yeah, that is the end of Lost Archive DLC, but also where we will end today's stream with as well. So next time we will be playing Revelations, might actually be the ending stream already, because we only have 3 sequences left, 2 of which are rather short. So yeah, and we also only have main story left as well. So all of the side stuff is officially done. So I think next time we will definitely finish the main game, and then also have a look at AC Embers, the short movie about Ezio's last days. And also the short movie introducing a new character, which is Chao Jun, who's also gonna be in AC Chronicle China as a protagonist. And yeah, that's also gonna be the next game we play after Revelations. Kinda wanna continue in like a historical order. So Chronicle China, even though it's been released a few years after, is the next one connecting directly to AC Embers. So we're gonna be playing that, and then we're heading into the Kenway Saga playthrough, which is also gonna be played in complete historical order. So instead of starting with AC3, we're actually starting with AC Black Flag, then playing Freedom Cry, and then it's gonna be like a mix of AC3, Rogue, and Liberation. We're kind of like tying with each other in date-wise. So yeah. No worries whatsoever, Rod. Thank you so much for being here, dude. And yeah, I'm looking forward to play Chronicle China actually. Might not be going for full stealth or like any kind of like major challenge, but I will try to do all the story stuff and all the collectibles and optional objectives. And yeah, that should suffice, I think. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Kenway Saga run, dude. Playing the games in that order. I've only done it once before during my complete historical order run of all the games. But even then, I decided to play the games just with like which game starts first, rather than actually going back and forth between Rogue and Liberation and Free. That's gonna be my first time actually doing it like in real order of them. But yeah guys, so we are done for today with Revelations. I want to thank you all so much for coming by and for joining. Thank you for the tremendous support today as well. Let's actually have a look back here. Rod, thanks again so much for the raid earlier. And also for all the biddies today. Maxi, thank you as well for the biddies. Then we had BlueTech coming in with 5 gift subs to the community.
Are we done with this pissing contest?
Thank you again so much, BlueTech, for gifting these subs to the community. To Paul, Diva, Aura, Fluke, and Killinjo. Maxi, thank you again for the gift subs to Advocati. And we had also some follows today. Suti was aus, thank you. Also Buttermilk Biscuit and Boden Igrongs. Thank you guys so much for joining. And Mauler and First, thank you guys so much for subscribing today as well. First for first time, and Mauler for... I can't see it properly here on my OBS. That's better. For 60 months.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Total. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for all the support today. And thank you also to everybody, you know, just for being here and watching the stream. I always really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed some more of AC Revelations today with Sequence 6 and the Lost Archive DLC and the rest of the side stuff. Now we are done, Mr. Goody. But yeah, thank you also so much for joining, Mr. Goody, and for coming in. Indeed, Augie, it's been a good one. Had loads of fun today. But yeah, for now we are done. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a raiding target here. I think we're gonna go say hi to Gizlek today. He's playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. He's also a good friend of the community. And yeah, he's playing some of that game. Not sure if that's his first time playing through the game or not, but we're just gonna have a look and see how he's enjoying the game and what kind of playthrough he's doing today. If you guys wanna hop along with the raids, feel free to use these raid emotes here. And yeah, I shall be back tomorrow with more of Witcher 3, The White Hunt, putting our all missions and our story parts of the game playthrough. Until then, I hope you have a good rest of the day or night. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Take care.